Out of respect for our staff and visitors, we ask that you continue to wear a face covering during the event unless you are examined. Please now relax, switch off your mobile phone and enjoy the event.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Damn, who knew? All the planes we flew, good things we've been through, that I'll be standing right here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place. See you in a better place. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I would do, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way, from where we began.
You know we started.
Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
I'll tell you.
When I see you again.
Please be seated. Vice-Chancellor, Chair of Council, colleagues, graduates and guests, as Dean of Students, I'm delighted to welcome you today to our ceremonies for the conferment of awards in this wonderful setting of the Royal Festival Hall. I would like to extend a warm welcome to our special guest, internationally renowned war surgeon, Professor David Nott and his wife Ellie, who have joined us today. David will be receiving an honorary doctorate from the university during the ceremony. In a few moments, we will welcome each one of our graduates up onto the stage, where they'll be greeted by our presiding officer, who is the Vice-Chancellor of the university, Professor Jean-Noël Ezingard. Graduates' names for the Schools of Humanity and Social Sciences, Health and Life Sciences, and Psychology will be announced by the Dean of Psychology, Dr. Yanis Frominas. When crossing the stage, graduates will have the option of shaking hands at a safe distance with the presiding officer. For those who do not wish to shake hands, you may prefer to place your hands to your heart, and in which case you should indicate as you cross. Once graduates have crossed the stage, we will hear from our Student Union President, Farah Black, who has a message of congratulations on behalf of her cohort before closing. But first, please join me in welcoming the Vice-Chancellor, who will formally begin the ceremony.
Good morning, everybody. As Vice-Chancellor of the University, I'm delighted to welcome you all today for our ceremony to celebrate the success of you, our Roehampton graduates. This ceremony is all the more important because you have achieved your award in the most challenging of circumstances. None of us at the university, nor the graduates who went before you, have studied during a global pandemic. You have proved your strength of character and your abilities by working hard and achieving your degree. Always remember that such a high award isn't bestowed lightly by the university. You have earned it, so thank you for the hard work that has brought you here. The late Desmond Tutu said, "When you stand out in a crowd, it's only because you're being carried on the shoulders of others." And I'm sure you would also wish me to say a special thank you on behalf of everyone here to the administrative staff and your teachers whose efforts, enthusiasm and dedication have made today possible. So, on behalf of our graduates, I would like to say an enormous thank you to my colleagues who have gone the extra mile to support and guide our students through their Roehampton journey. Colleagues, thank you very much indeed. Whatever award you have achieved, I have no doubt that your success has required determination, commitment, and a capacity for sheer hard work. This has been a most challenging 2 years, and there may well have been times along the way when you felt that you had reached a point where you just couldn't do any more. And then you found that actually you could. What you thought were your limits were not limits at all. They were just new starting points. And I commend you for the strength and the resilience you've shown. And that's what a good education is about, finding reserves of strength that you didn't know you had, finding a confidence in yourself that you didn't have before, and imagining new possibilities that didn't seem open to you until now. Your degree will have helped you develop the skills you will need not just for your first job, but for the career and the life you have ahead of you. And I encourage you to make the most of what is on offer to you as a graduate, as an alumnus of Roehampton. Join the many thousands of graduates who are part of our global alumni community and use them to help you network and support your future career, whichever path you take. At Roehampton, our values are rooted in the history and the heritage of our four colleges. They give us a very clear sense of our mission: to help all our students, whatever their background, to achieve their potential, and to produce research that improves society around us. And of course, much has changed throughout our history, but what hasn't changed are these very values and our commitment to you, our students. You have arrived today at what might seem like a crossroads, or the next step in your journey. You are no longer Roehampton graduates, Roehampton students, but you are Roehampton graduates. And as the next phase of your journey begins, I encourage you to look back with pride at what you have achieved. Be proud, because we are proud of you. This is also your opportunity to make your future about what's not only important to you, but to society. This is what Roehampton graduates do. I often describe Roehampton as an engine of social progress, but it's not us, the staff, that make the greatest difference to society. It's you, our graduates, who will, through the values and the character that you have developed with us, make the world a better place. The future may look uncertain, but you will be part of the generation of graduates who will help rebuild our country's economy. And you will be leaders in social change, whether in education, in health, in the creative industries or small business economy. You have the skills to make a valuable impact on our society. I urge you to be creative and adaptable. You will face a world of opportunities and challenges that none of us can truly predict. And as you start the next phase of your journey as a Roehampton graduate, ask yourself, what is important to you and to the communities around you? How can I improve not just my life, but those of the people around me? So once again, many, many congratulations. I very much look forward to shaking your hand or greeting you on stage today. Well done. I would now like to invite Dr. Yanis Frominos, the Dean of the School of Psychology, to present graduates for awards.
Vice Chancellor, I present graduates from the School of Humanities and Social Sciences. Degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Claire Princess Ayelotan. Claire's thesis is titled Transactional Yoruba Nigerian Pentecostalism, Child, Witchcraft and Deliverance. They were supported in the research by the Director of Studies, Dr. Richard Burgess, and the Supervisor, Dr. David Muir. Claire Princess Ayelotan. Elizabeth Davidson. Elizabeth's thesis is titled Beyond Empire, the Transformation of U.S. Trade and Commercial Policy Toward Latin America During the Administrations of William McKinley and Theodore Roosevelt. They were supported in the research by their Director of Studies, Professor Michael Patrick Guillain, and their Supervisor, Dr. Caroline Schalps. Elizabeth Davidson. Alison Claire Pedley. Alison's thesis is titled A Deed at Which Humanity Shudders, Mad Mothers, the Law and the Asylum, 1835-1895. They were supported in the research by the Director of Studies, Dr. Michael Brown, and the Supervisor, Dr. Meg Arnott. Alison Claire Pedley. Israel Oluwole Olofinjana. Israel's thesis is titled Intercultural Reverse Missiology Towards an African-British Contextual Theology. They were supported in the research by their Director of Studies, Dr. Richard Burgess, and the Supervisor, Dr. David Muir. Israel Oluwole Olofinjana. Degree of Doctor of Theology, Andrew Roy Hardy. Andrew's thesis is titled, A Critical Investigation of the Impact of the Communication of a New Bingilike Theology of Missio Dei on Phoenix Church members by graduates of Formation College. It was supported in the research by the Director of Studies, Dr. Andrew Rogers, and the Supervisor, Dr. John Moxon. Andrew Roy Hardy. Degree of Master of Arts, Serafina Monica Adebayo. Peter Anike. Marie Jean Arku. Tia Katie Jo Parry. Sean Banfield. Mohammad Fakhruddin Bhuyan. David Raphael Bilolo Kabangu. MA Creative Writing Prize, Eleanor Brinsley. Project Prize, Rosie Alice Burgoyne. Danielle Kearney. Vaibis Dabdi. Joan Dawson. Lathy Dissertation Prize, Nicholas Damon. Morgan Louise Dainer. Lauren Dooley. Houston Williamson Ekpo. Grace Fagan. Dissertation Prize, Sarah Farmer. Daniela Luisa Emily Fearon. Vilde Finstad Christensen. Cheyenne Foster Douglas. Tanya Rebecca Garamani. Charlotte Elizabeth Hayes. Jasmine Ann Haynes Bell. Angela Hughes. Samantha Imwald. Fleur Isabel Inwards. Alfie Kimmins. Trinity King. Gabrielle Lamontagne. Rafai Ahmad Mansour. Best Dissertation Prize, Eleanor Rowena Mason. John Rice Murphy. Rory Edward Murphy. Best Dissertation Prize, Valentin Obichaga. Isabel Rachel Pace. Phoebe Eleanor Potts. Catherine Michaela Potter. Niam Rebecca Roberts. Jack Schouten. Mary Blanche Shebold. Anna Maria Smagala. MA PLC Dissertation Prize, Emilia Alicia Stiller. Leroy Femi Thomas. Jessica Walsh. Valerie Widdowson. Degree of Master of Research, Beth Anderson. Lee Felicity Buckle. Rhys David White. Joy Hussein. Postgraduate Diploma, Aderotimi Tayo Joy Adeyemi. Degree of Bachelor of Arts, Nola Lee Benjamin. Adams Mustafa Dombelindo. Augustus Fabohunda. Aisley Rose Noshela Thomas. Joseph Vincent Wainwright. Degree of Bachelor of Science, Esgy Burke. Arbit Kaur Bode. Shalma Eva. Tanjal Hussain. Fardoz Jama. Noor Milem. Lydia Patterson. Alicia Roda. I present graduates from the School of Life and Health Sciences, degree of Master of Research, Olivia Georgia Bolton. Lydia Orlandi. Enrico Salvatore Rivoli. Thomas Bacon. Degree of Master of Science, Elia Mohammed Iqbal Abdulrahman. Fatma Abu Mejdad. Gasak Salam Al-Kazauli. Iris Yanet Rodriguez. Shanish Jasmine Carissa Campbell. Clover Jean Carson. Fakiha Chauhan. Samuel Paul Cooper. Ghulam Hussein Crawford Khan. Blerinda Delishas. Emmanuel Antonu. Aristea Giannakopoulou. Bahar Hajilu. Farah Latifa Hussein. Shams Hussein. Peter Mark Azopardi. Max Anthony Benincasa. Sara Brankowska. Victoria Ann Bush. Naomi De Souza. Ali Iftikhar. Aise Imam Osman. Mohammed Kadum. Ivana Miletic Demel. Louisa Yvette Mills. Aaron Montadon. Beatriz Carmen Munoz. Elizabeth Mutsvanga. Sidra Nassim. Mia Elizabeth Caitlin Obi. Damilola Orija. Simone Pigliapoco. Dipamaya Rai. Raya Alicia Sharp. Zinilda Arla Silva Pina. Kulud Tamer Al-Zafir. Abigail Sue. Sacha Ann Smith. Βασίλειος Βουλγαρόπουλος. Ellie Fiona Wilmot. Ashley Williams. Aziz Nur Yildirim. Ekaterina Akhmedova. Karim Mohammed Aiden Abdallah. Gadir Abdallah Abdelarman Aidas. Maruge Ahmed. Muneara Ali. Bradley Scott John Bridger. Labib Chaudhry. Kiran Kuran. Mitchell Cattle. Vanessa Natalia Firon. Kieran Louis Fineout. Mohammad Hassan Hinga. Jihan Ali Mumin. Hiram Raphael Oliver. Slavika Surf. Ruwaido Abdirahman Ahmed Siyar. Elizabeth Claire Spooner. Gulkan Suleiman. Felicity Alicia Vingo. Amy Hope Woodward. Vice-Chancellor, this ends the conferment of awards from the School of Life and Health Sciences. I would like now to invite the Dean of School of Life and Health Sciences, Dr. Caroline Ross, to present Professor David Knott for the degree of Doctor of Sciences, honoris causa.
Vice-Chancellor, colleagues, graduates and guests. Professor David Knott is a prominent consultant surgeon specialising in vascular trauma and cancer surgery, with a long-standing career in hospitals across London. But away from home, David has also made an extraordinary impact across the world, providing surgical treatment to patients in conflict and catastrophe zones with aid agencies, Médecins Sans Frontières, the International Committee of the Red Cross, Syria Relief, and through his own charity, the David Knott Foundation. As well as treating patients affected by conflict and catastrophe and raising hundreds of thousands of pounds for charitable causes, David teaches advanced surgical skills to local medics and surgeons when he is abroad. In Britain, he teaches the surgical training for the austere environment course at the Royal College of Surgeons. Vice-Chancellor, I present to you Professor David Knott, OBE.
By virtue of the authority delegated upon me by Council and Senate of Roehampton University, I admit Professor David Knott to the degree of Doctor of Science, Honoris Causa.
David was born in Carmarthen, Wales in 1956 and was raised by his grandparents. He attended Hume Grammar School in Oldham and gained his medical degree from Manchester University. In 1992, he gained his fellowship from the Royal College of Surgeons to become a consultant surgeon. Early in his medical training, David was attracted to surgery with a special focus on vascular surgery. This focus had led to an impressive career across many hospitals, including Charing Cross, Chelsea and Westminster, St Mary's and the Royal Marsden. David found his inspiration to become a war doctor after seeing the 1984 film The Killing Fields during his time as a junior doctor in Manchester. But it wasn't until 1993, when he saw news footage from the war in Sarajevo, that he decided to volunteer and head to Bosnia in what was perhaps a career-defining moment. David describes this first experience of war as jumping off the aeroplane and running for cover, then hopping into a bulletproof vehicle and being taken at high speed to the hospital. During his experiences abroad, David realised that many medical staff were not trained for the kind of injuries they were encountering, and he began running a definitive surgical trauma skills workshop for his colleagues in a hospital in Libya. As these places became more unsafe, David has supported doctors in war-stricken countries in other ways. Referred to as the Indiana Jones of medicine in media, David has also travelled to Syria many times to train Syria's doctors in life-saving war surgery. Through a relentless commitment to helping communities torn by war or by natural disaster, David has admitted that he spent 25 years searching for trouble. But in reality, he was saving countless lives, supporting medical staff on the ground, and truly making an enormous impact to the lives of many more. Beyond the significant impact David's work has had on these communities across the world, one can only imagine the impact to David himself. In his 2019 best-selling memoir, War Doctor, David talks about the post-traumatic stress disorder he experienced on his return to the UK, something which many war doctors and nurses face as they return to their normal routine back home. Years later, the adrenaline rush may have slowed, but David remains motivated to impart knowledge to doctors around the world working in these environments. In 2015, he established the David Knott Foundation along with his wife Ellie, who is here with us today. This supports surgeons in developing their operating skills for war zones and austere environments. To date, the work of the David Knott Foundation has trained over 800 doctors, delivered more than 30 courses and benefited nearly 3 million patients. In 2016, David was awarded the Robert Burns Humanitarian Award, which recognises those who have saved, improved or enriched the lives of others or society through self-sacrifice, selfless service, hands-on charitable or volunteer work or other acts. As we at Roehampton look to expand our health provision, we are delighted to welcome David to the Roehampton community as a source of inspiration to our students and graduates. Vice-Chancellor, it gives me great pleasure to present Professor David Knott as eminently worthy of the degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa.
Thank you, Caroline, for my citation. It's indeed a great privilege for me today to have received this honour from the University of Roehampton. Ups and downs in life are very important because a straight line, even in an ECG, means that you are not alive. Today, you are all high or on a high. And I congratulate all the graduates on their immense achievements, and not only them, but their proud mums and dads. But today is just the start. As Steve Jobs said, the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it, then keep looking. Don't settle. As with all matters of the heart, you'll know when you find it. With a quick glance to my wife, I think she's up there. And like any great relationship, it just gets better and better as the years roll on. So keep looking until you find it. Don't settle. You may find your passion by chance, as I did when I went to my first war zone in Bosnia many years ago. It may sound odd to say that to be in a place so dangerous was exhilarating, full of adrenaline and excitement. War had found me, and I loved it. To be able to help people in their time of need under such circumstances was for me a gift from God. And so it's continued for almost 30 years. Meeting Ellie, my wife, and being part of her vision to set up our foundation was another gift from God. So the legacy that we leave now is training other doctors around the world to carry on the work. Like in the Bible, give a man a fish and he will eat for a day. Teach him how to fish and he will feed his family for a lifetime. I would like to conclude by thanking the Vice-Chancellor, Jean-Noël Eginard, the Chair of the Council, and the members of the Senate, and the University Council for this award. It is indeed a great honour. But most of all, I'd like to wish all of the graduating students here today all the best for their future, and add my sincere congratulations for everything that they have and will, no doubt, achieve. Thank you very much indeed.
Is it not on? Vice-Chancellor, I present graduates from the School of Psychology. Degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Emily Blackshaw. Emily's thesis is titled Young Person's Clinical Outcomes in Routine Evaluation YP Core Scale, Psychometric Properties and Utility. They were supported in their research by the Director of Studies, Professor Mick Cooper, and the supervisors, Professor Chris Evans and Dr. Gina Pauli. Emily Blackshaw. Patricia Joyce. Patricia's thesis is titled The Effectiveness of Pluralistic Counseling versus Usual Intervention for Young People Presenting with Addiction Issues, a pilot randomized controlled trial. They were supported in the research by the Director of Studies, Professor Mick Cooper, and the supervisor, Professor John MacLeod. Patricia Joyce. Niam O'Connor. Niam's thesis title is The Development and Validation of the Diagnosis Impact Scale, DIS, a self-report measure of the effect of psychiatric diagnosis on recipients. Niam was supported in his studies by his supervisor, Dr. Kina Pauli, and Director of Studies, Professor Mick Cooper. Niam O'Connor. Degree of Doctor of Psychology. Fanny Julie Ziesman. Julie's thesis is titled, What Might Counseling Psychologists Learn from Musicians About Listening? They were supported in their research by the Director of Studies, Professor Rosemary Rizk, and their supervisor, Dr. Rachel Darnley-Smith. Julie Ziesman. Degree of Master of Arts. Gabriela Isabella Kinga Adach. Nicola Frances Ashby. Cindy Banjoko. Catherine Rebecca Beatty. Joanne Mary Bell. Stephanie Elizabeth Mary Bell. Georgia Louise Bowen Breakspear. Freya Grace Briley. Emma Louise Brown. Helena Barton Jones. Harriet Sarah Louise Chandler. Mona Arti Chavda. Kara Lowen Iona Cole Rajot. Eve Juliet Cross. Eagle Dargite. Andrea Enachi. Bryony Dillon. Lisa Donovich Jones. Charlotte Fancy. Amanda Jane Freestone. Sarah Xanthi Fryer Bass. M. Marie Gallego. Sarah Eleanor Gardiner. Alice Nancy Petley Jones Gutfield. Jessica Catherine Jeshire Grieve. Natalie Claire Harrison. Hannah Rebecca Hayes. Hannah Hewins. Amy Shelley Holmes. Fiona Lee Jackson. Sophie Rebecca Johnson. Yasmin Miriam Johnson. Katie Joseph. Alexandra Zoe Catherine Keats. Kristen Lynn Kitchen. Brigitta Kovacs. Deborah Lane. Amber Lee. Yu Sean Lin. Clara Maria Loitegu. Alison Luden. Katie MacDonald. Simone Michelle Mark. Yuriko Machukawa. Susan Claire Makwaker Kajiwara. Laura Catherine Miles. Eleanor Jane Moat. Lucy Victoria Myers. Sarah Marisa O'Connor. Martina Emma Osborne. Mokushla Ann Oshie. Holly Rebecca Pendleton. Alice Elizabeth Pollock. Annika Probst. Stuart Alan Ralph. Sarah Rose Mason Roberts. Emma Celeste Rosalie. Anne Sheila Ryan Thomas. Nana Sarkisian. Samuel Louis Bernard Scott. Laura Serrani. Catherine Dawn Shaw. Debbie Sheringham. Holly Smelt. Claire Jane Suter. Celine Pascal Stonex. Phoebe Alice Sullivan. Joanna Elizabeth Tame. Yuhe Tian. Shiji Wang. Wan Wang. Sherin Watkins Stevens. Sheila Ruth White. Degree of Masters of Science, Melissa Abby Rust. Jasmine Victoria Adams. Gailey Beatrice Lee Link Atime. Amna Arif. Holly Niam Arkle. Sarah Hannah Aziz. Zara Amin Basma. Nicola Susan Beckett. Rosetta Bennett. Ramanjit Kaur Bangu. Sarah Spanks Wheeler. Lauren Siobhan Colohan. Hannah Drismala. Alice India Jenkinson. Kiara Ila Kirk. Charles Henry Keane. Andra Maxim. Cleopatra Makwochuku Malu. Ins eine Emilia Mezzaniti. Angelica Katarzyna Mileska. Sarah Jones. Demi Mumtaz Moore. Shivani Ohari. Bradley Phillips. Jasmine Pindoria. Mina Pirzad. Tara Louise Ryan. Saba Said. Emily Jean Snow. Parveen Subramanian. Maria Tahmedzidi Papuchi. Sophie Turner. Davita Varshana Vasanthan. Chloe Maria Chelsea Washford Bent. Caitlin Breedy White. Charlotte Victoria Woolley. Bachelor of Science, Charlotte Poulter. Malin Swartford. Aisha Hamid Abdal Shafa. Aisha Salim Ahmad. Susan Bahij. Jana Chaudhry. Amir Ezat. Connor Hollywood. Anna Usich. Najma Hamza Mohammed. Lauren Kia Merrick. Kamila Hussein Mohammed. Angela Murugesu. Harriet Rose Nutt. Andrew James Odum. Squash Patterson. Janisha Srithar. Ayushi Patel. Karshiga Thingvakaran. Rayana Naja Patricia Walker. Abigail Louise Walker. Nicola O'Rourke. Janice Amy Ortiz Gomez. Lilian Parsa. I present graduates from Roehampton online programs, degree of Master of Arts. Adekunle Abraham Bambus. Carl Harrington Dennis. Babatunde Bamidele Paul Ogedengbe. Cleopatra Florence Zulu Firi. Degree of Master of Health. Gedalaya Afolakemi Fasui. Philomena Hughes. Prince Will Chukua Iwuji. Obianuju Gladys Mamdneme. Bernard Winzem Nzodzeka. Degree of Master of Science. Rudy Coulter. Gemma Louise Bainey. Claire Louise Godelman. Kim Natalie Goodman. Jacqueline Rosanne Hickel. Yasemin Mirzaev. Raki Sanjay Parmar. Rebecca Dimitrius Beswick. Jamila Ama Demetrius Sterling. Khadija Raji. Alex Yunsal. Caroline Ruth Whitehouse. Zainab Saadi Al-Najjar. Chukwubuike Uzodinma Ezi. Maxwell Matewe. Marshall Ali. Vice Chancellor, I present additional students from the School of Humanities and Social Sciences, Foundation Degree of Arts, Margaret Macaria. Master of Arts, Farzana Ziba. Anusha Moss. Vice Chancellor, this ends the conferment of awards. I now invite the President of the Students' Union to say a few words.
Hello, Class of 2021, and a massive congratulations on everything you've achieved. In my time at Roe, I've often felt that the RSU is there to provide all the extra parts of your university experience beyond your degree. So while your degree proves that you have learned everything you came here to learn in the subject area you love, I hope that through your time at uni, the RSU helped you learn all the other stuff you came here for too. I hope you made friends that you know will be lifelong because you learned what it means to be a really good friend. That you learn to pay attention to the impact you, a carton of milk, or a coop of chickens can have on the planet. I hope you learn not to spend all your money at once on pub grub and snake bites, or at least that you need to learn to manage your money better further down the line so you're not eating cold beans a week before payday. I hope you learned how to take care of yourself, to sleep and eat and exercise and drink water, but also to know yourself and your wants, your boundaries, and to have the courage to know that there is nothing in your future you can't handle, even if it feels like you're learning on the job. I hope you learn to be grateful for everything. Whilst you earned your place here today through undeniable hard work, it was never promised to you, and every person, opportunity, and chance fate that brought you here today as the type of person who can achieve the degree that you have makes you incredibly lucky. Always be grateful. It will help you love the life that you have right now. I hope we taught you to drink responsibly, to look out for one another, to be an active bystander, and to always be brave enough to speak up when you know something is wrong. That you recognize that no one is smarter than you, and you are no smarter than anyone else. Intelligence is subjective and wildly misattributed to people's sense of worth. We're all just good and bad at different stuff. An astronaut is no smarter than a plumber, because I wouldn't ask an astronaut to fix my toilet. Being arrogant about your own skills or envious of someone else's will in equal measure only cause you harm. Just keep your head down or work hard at whatever's in front of you. If you're bad at it, so what? You're amazing at other things and you'll always have time to learn. Above all, I hope you learn to be kind. Never assume you know everything, and even when it's hard to be nice, you can always put aside your differences enough to be kind. Recognize that everyone you come across means the world to someone else. Treat people the way you'd want to be treated, or the way you treat the person you love most, even if they were being a complete idiot, you'd still want them to be treated with kindness and respect. And for me personally, I hope you've had a laugh. I hope you never take yourself too seriously, and you never underestimate the power of laughter to get you through the most global and most isolating of challenges. A break that makes you smile is never time wasted, and if you ever see the opportunity to cause a little harmless mischief, you should absolutely take it. And on that note, for anyone who remembers the past RSU elections might know, I have a bit of a habit of ending speeches with TV and film quotes. So today, I leave you with the Elwood's graduation speech from the film Legally Blonde. Yay. It is with passion, courage of conviction, and a strong sense of self that we take our next steps into the world, remembering that first impressions are not always correct. You must always have faith in people, and most importantly, you must always have faith in yourself. Well done, Class of 2021, you did it. I now invite the Vice-Chancellor to close the ceremony.
Thank you, Farah. As we come towards the end of our ceremony, I would like to take this last opportunity on behalf of the staff of the university to congratulate you all. We've clapped a lot, but I think you deserve another round. Well done. And there is one other group of people we need to thank. It's your supporters, your family, your friends, who have been with you along the way, encouraging you with an online grocery order, fuel for the car, perhaps just a smile, a hug, or a word of advice. So I would like our graduates to stand, turn around to face your family and friends, and thank them in the usual fashion. Thank you. While this ceremony gives you and your friends and family a chance to celebrate your achievements, it doesn't mark the end of our relationship with you. As a Roehampton graduate, you are now part of our Alumni Association. And within this community, you will find fellow Roehampton graduates, 9 successful careers who have committed their time to support, mentor, and advise recent graduates in their next steps. And you may be finding that taking that very next step in your journey is especially hard as we come out of the pandemic. So I would personally encourage you to sign up for mentoring support if you get a chance. You can find out more about the mentoring scheme and the Alumni Association online. 180 years ago, our first students, all women, of our oldest college, Whitelands, enrolled to train as teachers. And our lives today are very different to those women, but one can imagine that they too may have thought about their next step with a mix of trepidation, but also excitement. And for those women, and the many thousands of graduates who have gone before you over the last 180 years, the core values of our founding colleges have endured to inform our purpose today, providing the best education possible to everyone who can benefit, regardless of their background, understanding and improving our world through a spirit of curiosity and discovery, and helping our students develop the confidence, the knowledge, and the adaptability they need for a successful career and a fulfilling life. Your generation, the class of 2021, will make decisions that will shape not just our future, but also that of those around us. You will become leaders, team players, influencers, change makers. Whatever your choice, we wish you every success on your journey, and we'll watch you with pride. So once again, many congratulations. The ceremony for the conferment of degrees is now closed.